3, 2, 1, rant! I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells them like it is. Three out of 4 last year, 3 out of 4 this year. Except this year I nailed the Women's Rumble winner and muffed the Men's Rumble. I even got the right order for each of the 3 falls in the tag match, so that's something, right? I'm sure all of you are concentrating on the superb Owl Sunday and getting bloated on snacks and beer today. But I got a lot to talk about when it comes to the Rumble and its aftermath, so here we go! Well, if you didn't think the PLE ended with a shock, you obviously didn't watch the same PLE as everyone else. I don't think anyone thought that main event Jey Uso would be the winner, much less throw out John Cena to win. I was ready to tweet Cena as the winner until I had to change it last second. Do I think Uso deserves it? Actually, yes. It's been a few years since he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and got his main event moniker. Now he'll truly be in a main event by himself. Most likely against Gunther, where he'll try to avenge his loss on Saturday night's main event. Much like Daniel Bryan did a decade ago, he'll turn WrestleMania into Yeetalmania. This is what Charlotte Flair does, people. She gets hurt, she comes back, she kicks ass. And she smartly conserved her energy on that long walk to the ring, which I'm sure helped loads. As soon as she was announced for the Rumble, I knew she would win because, like I said, this is what she does, and has done for most of her career. Now, do I want her to face the NXT Women's Champ like she did 5 years ago? Hell no! I mean, Julia's no slouch for sure, but the title is not on par with the World or WWE Women's title. Stay in the main roster, Cheryl. If you choose Julia, you'll be bumped to stand and deliver. Speaking of the Rumbles themselves, have you noticed that recently the Iron Women have lasted longer in the Women's Rumbles than the Iron Men in the Men's Rumbles? Roxanne Perez eclipsed the record set last year, which beat the one set the year before, which beat the one set the year before that. Each time the longest running woman lasted over an hour. This year, Penta lasted the longest in the men's one at just over 40 minutes. Listen, I'm all for giving women every boost possible. It's why I was so glad they got a Rumble match themselves, but making them fight for longer than the men? I'm not sure that's what the ladies wanted. You may have noticed that after the first qualifying match on SmackDown, they showed the 2 women qualified already, but it was beside a logo saying "No Escape." Now, many of you should know that the Elimination Chamber PLE is called that in Germany. I'm guessing that the word chamber creates visions of Germany's past that they would rather keep buried. I guess that if the PLE ever actually took place in Germany, they'd have to rename it for everyone. You know, but I'm not sure why they even changed it from the original No Way Out name. Now that would be a very appropriate name, I'm sure you'd agree. Lexis King is saying that the Heritage Cup matches will from here on be just one fall matches, just like every other title match in NXT. But I think people have become used to the rounds match rules and have come to see these matches as something unique in the WWE. When they resurrected the title from the demise of NXT UK, they added something different from the usual match types. This is something AEW couldn't possibly copy. And now Mr. Pullman Jr. wants to do away with it. Don't let him do it, Ava. Don't let him be the Elon Musk to your Donald Ugh. Okay, bad analogy. Though slightly apt. I don't know what to make of the rerun of Return of Evolve. Here I thought TNA would be the Bush Leagues to NXT's minor leagues. But now the one they had before the pandemic is returning. What exactly will that do to the NXT TNA working relationship, I wonder? Will Evolve stars get to face TNA stars as well? Also, will Evolve's primary titles be considered world championships by PWI like NXT and TNA's titles? Oh, is this the restart of a new National Wrestling Alliance with regional champs fighting to get to Evolve, then to NXT, and then to the main rosters? Something to think about. Finally, one thing I really didn't like about the Rumble was the fact that none of the Wyatt Six were in it. I mean, I thought they brought it back to keep Bray Wyatt's legacy alive. But they haven't been seen since they got beaten by the Last Testament on Raw a few months ago. So what the heck's going on here? Have they decided that Uncle Howdy and all the others really weren't worth it after all? It's like I said before, man. Wyatt's legacy seems to be ruined if that's the case. Crying shame. Okay, enjoy the commercials, occasionally interrupted by a football game of some sort. Next week, Vengeance Day picks. I'm Chris Wolvie, the Wrestling Blog, who always tells it like it is. Pray for peace, and I'll see ya.